on the government apps, and 360 is also in the very dangerous category. And all of us were hoping that there is going to be some discussion on pollution. Some very important things will be said about pollution and policy to tackle it. That was something that we over-expected from our parliamentarians. The day today in the Lok Sabha went down the drain and was wasted once again in the ruckus where the government passed, of course, the contentious Ramji bill to replace Manrega. Remember, the bill which is the Viksit Bharat Guarantee for Rozgar and Ajivika Mission, this bill has been a point of contention between the opposition and the government. And why? Because the government says that we have found an improved version of Manrega. The question was that if the government wanted to, in fact, make some amendments, that's the opposition asking, they could have amended the bill. They could have brought in amendments to the bill. But by bringing a new bill and replacing it with the name, in fact, of Mahatma Gandhi from it, the opposition argument is that this is erasure of Gandhi. And, of course, the BJP government, pushing in at this moment their own agenda. This became a scene of unruly disruptions in the parliament, in the Lok Sabha, where the opposition came to the well of the house. The bill was torn to pieces. There was shouting. There was ruckus. And while all this was going on, amidst the disruptions and the ruckus, the government said the bill has been passed without any proper discussion, as the opposition wanted this bill to be sent to the select committee. I want to first, ladies and gentlemen, because, I've been saying time and again, it is very, very important that issues renaming a bill possibly, more important was the discussion on pollution. But I want to first play out for you a report which tells you how this entire bill was passed amid massive disruption and ruckus.
विधेयक को सभा द्वारा पारित किया जाए। महात्मा गांधी विजन ऑफ राम राज्य।
हर दिन इन्होंने यहाँ पे तमाशा किया है। हमारा दिल दहल जाता था इनको देखकर।
A massive showdown in Parliament as the Lok Sabha passed the new Ramji bill that will replace the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. Members of the opposition protested in the well and tore up papers as the government moved to pass the bill, ignoring the opposition's demand to send it to the standing committee. The Speaker said the legislation had been discussed at length and berated the opposition for tearing up papers.
सदस्य, आपको देश की जनता ने कागज फेंकने के लिए नहीं भेजा है, आपको चर्चा करने के लिए भेजा है.
The opposition has been opposing the bill on two counts. First, the removal of Mahatma Gandhi's name from the law, calling it an insult to the father of the nation. And second, on the provision that puts more financial burden on the states. Narega was primarily a centrally funded scheme, while Ramji divides financial costs between the centre and states at 60-40.
इस बिल से मनरेगा खत्म होने जा रहा है क्योंकि प्रदेश की सरकारों के पास इतना पैसा है नहीं.
Arguing in favour of the bill, Union Agriculture Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan said the Congress has named laws only after Nehru and is now questioning the NDA government. He also termed Narega as a tool for corruption.
कितनी योजना चलाई तो नाम रखने की सनक इनकी है. माननीय अध्यक्ष महोदय, मोदी सरकार को केवल काम करना चाहती है, केवल काम में हमारा विश्वास है.
Countering the opposition's objections to the bill nomenclature, BJP MP Kangana Ranaut said that this is the era of Ram.
ये राम युग है, तो अब जिसका काम नाम आया उन्होंने वो नाम रखे, तो अब जब राम का वक्त आया तो वो अपना नाम रखेंगे.
While Congress's Shashi Tharoor accused the government of sullying Lord Ram's name for politics.
मेरे बचपन में ये गाते थे, देखो ये दीवानो ये काम मत करो, राम का नाम बदनाम मत करो. And in this particular case, it's a real.
The bill will now go to the Rajya Sabha before it becomes law. But the politics is unlikely to die down anytime soon, as the opposition is planning countrywide protests. An NDTV Bureau report.
Like always, I've been talking about pollution ad nauseum. I will keep talking about it. But before that, we want to, in fact, discuss what happened in the Lok Sabha today. And joining me at this moment, of course, Rajya Sabha MP from the Congress Party, ma'am, thank you so much for being with us here. Rajya Sabha is going on, so thank you for taking the time out. We also have Dr. Mamta Tyagi from the BJP on the broadcast. I want to, before I get into the merits of what happened with the G bill, I want to understand from you. The speaker called out the opposition today and said that you have not been sent only to, create disturbance in the House. There was time which was given to the opposition to speak on this bill. Rather, the opposition was seen disrupting, shouting, tearing the bill. Is that the kind of behavior that is expected of the opposition MPs?
If raising the voice for the people, if raising the people's emotions in the house, isn't that our responsibility? Isn't that our duty? The women, mothers, they all survive on this Manrega, which we cannot even call as Manrega now. So that is, across the country, the rural poor survives with this Manrega, the employment guarantee scheme. But now that's totally wiped out. They just don't want this to be, right from the beginning, we have seen in multiple occasions how they have strangling this scheme. They have been reducing in the budget, in budget cuts, and now this is like a death knell. This is like putting the scheme in the ventilator. So when such situation happen, how can we be sitting without raising our voice? How can we not be the voice of people?
Wouldn't your voice have counted more if you would have made all these important points during a discussion rather than, in fact, disrupting the House?
No, it's not disrupting the House. We have been repeatedly demanding that this something of this important nature, it should be first sent to select committee. Let there be discussion on it. But this is like no, the way they have passed it, they have not even gone clause by clause. They just declared that the bill is passed and the bill is passed. That's not how it is.
The BJP, Dr. Tyagi, speaks about the parliamentary procedures a lot. In fact, your leaders love giving lessons to the opposition as far as the behavior in the parliament is concerned. But one criticism that is directed towards the ruling party, of course, is that the treasury benches actually do not care about a discussion. You just went and passed the bill during the, even when the opposition was in fact asking for it to be sent to a select committee. What is this my way or the highway behavior of the government?
I think there is no problem in passing this bill directly because the Manrega was having itself a big problem for the government. If you see the data of the last 10 years, what had happened in the Manrega is that there's so much of loophole that fund is being released from the center, but not actually being used for the development of nation or the development or the growth of any rural background. Basically, the thing is that to stop the loophole, to stop the corruption, we need a change. And that was a change of BB Viksit Bharat Ji Ram ki. And that name shows Viksit Bharat as a dream of each and every Indian, that we should achieve a goal of Viksit Bharat by 2047. And
hold on. I just, give me a second. Let's forget about 2047. It's very far. But what I want to understand from you, so you had the problem in the way Manrega, there were certain loopholes. So you wanted to bring, is this an amended Manrega or is it a new bill? Let me understand that, because the opposition says that you are only bringing this to, in fact, erase the name of Mahatma Gandhi from the bill. So are you saying that this is an improved version of what was Manrega?
You can take this thing as an example that in olden days we have a Maruti 800 and now we have a Swift Desire. Why we change the name, why we upgrade the model, why we create a new momentum. The name change or the model upgradation to make new things better way, better presentable and better application to be given to the people of India. That is the motive behind the name change and the.
So does making an existing scheme better only comes with the change of the name, ma'am? You could have made Manrega better. You could have brought these amendments in Manrega.
What the problem of opposition is the name with the Ram or something else? That is what is the main reason why they are opposing the name change? Because as I gave the example about the car model changes, when we have an improved scheme, when we have a motive, when we have a name suggesting that every Indian should feel connected, that he or she is a part of our new mission, that will create a new heights to India. That's the logic behind it. And
if Mahatma Gandhi's name is attached to a scheme, Indians don't feel connected to it. Is that what you're saying? Indians don't connect with Mahatma Gandhi. You are saying opposition has problem with Ram. You have problem with Mahatma Gandhi.
Let me complete my sentence first. Mahatma Gandhi was the father of nation. What was the dream of Mahatma Gandhi and what is the basic principle Mahatma Gandhi follows in his own life? That is Bhagwan Ram. He Ram. And the spirit, the dream, think about that is a Ram Rajya.
Okay.
We want to create a Ram Rajya, we want to create a Viksit Bharat, then we follow the same principle Mahatma Gandhi. We follow the principle of Mahatma Gandhi, just not using the name of Gandhi. That's the main thing.
Okay, all right. Hold on. I have some more questions for you. I'll come to you. But Ms. Mathur, let me bring you in at this moment. You are making a criticism today that, the government is putting the burden on the states as far as this bill is concerned. Priyanka Gandhi came and said that, it was largely a central funded scheme. Now the onus, of course, is being put on the state. 40% is expected to be, in fact, contributed by the states. But the reins of the bill will be in the hands they should contribute enough. If the BJP picks that up and implements it, what is the problem?
But by so that's right. We're talking about the contentious G bill, which will replace the Manrega, and it has been passed in the Lok Sabha amid a massive demonstration by the opposition MPs. The members of the opposition who wanted the bill sent to a standing committee, they demonstrated in the well and they tore up papers in Parliament after the Speaker said that the legislation had been discussed at length. The government, of course, maintains that the bill is an improvement on the Manrega bill. In fact, Union Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan alleged that the act was named after Gandhi with an eye on 2009 polls. Remember, the opposition has been demonstrating against the bill, calling it anti-poor, saying that they want to remove the name of Mahatma Gandhi from the bill, further alleging that the new provisions will lead to more corruption. The bill will now be tabled in the Rajya Sabha, and we have been seeing massive showdown happening in Parliament over the G bill after it has been, the name has been renamed from Manrega, and that's the story that we are telling you here. They said Gandhi's name added with eye on 2009. And well, my colleague Ankit is back on the show. Ankit, back to you.
Stand by. Thanks, Resha. I apologize to our viewers for that technical glitch. In fact, you were making a point about what the BJP spokesperson said. They said that you have a problem with this bill because Ram has been introduced in this.
Let me first complete what I had started. So they are insulting Mahatma Gandhi. Now even in this conversation, they want to compare Maruti 800 and Swift Desire, and they want to say that's why they changed the name. And also she was mentioning Mahatma Gandhi was the father of nation. Mahatma Gandhi is the father of the nation. He continues to be father of the nation. So does that mean they are already in the mindset that Mahatma Gandhi was? So I wish to say this bill, it affects people, it affects women, it affects poor, it erases Mahatma Gandhi, and more importantly, this attitude of the government to erase Mahatma Gandhi from, naam or nishan nahi hona chahiye is what they are saying.
When you, the original, in fact, when the scheme was launched, it was called Narega. In 2009, Mahatma Gandhi's name was added to this. It was your government at that point of time. You had the right to add Mahatma Gandhi. If they want to remove Mahatma Gandhi's name introduced or an improved bill with some other name. What is the problem? When you are in the government, you will enjoy all the rights of being in the government, and when the BJP does that, you will question it.
No, it's a question of removing Mahatma Gandhi's name. Mahatma Gandhi, who is Mahatma Gandhi? Mahatma Gandhi gave life for this country. Mahatma Gandhi's essence is in that scheme. The Gram Swaraj. Now Gram Swaraj, the Mahatma Gandhi's dream is visualized in that Manrega. Now Mahatma Gandhi's Gram Swaraj is also not there. Mahatma Gandhi's name is also not there.
That was not the initial name of the scheme. You brought it in.
It was an improvement to make it more towards Mahatma Gandhi's thoughts and dreams. We incorporated Mahatma Gandhi's Gram Swaraj more extensively by adding the name and the theme.
Dr. Tyagi, let me ask you this, because you are saying that we want people to get connected with the various schemes and so forth. And Mahatma Gandhi used to worship Lord Ram. By that logic, Mahatma Gandhi used to worship Lord Ram. You're talking about Ram Rajya. Remove Mahatma Gandhi from the currency notes as well. Put Ram there as well. What's stopping you? Is that the second thing that you want to do? Logical conclusion to removing the name of Mahatma?
See, you have to first think the Congress party is completely working on for the pseudo Gandhi family, I should say, because Priyanka Gandhi now had added the Gandhi surname to her children also. Using the just Gandhi for having the benefits and the
you are going somewhere else.
We are living with the true inspiration of Mahatma Gandhi. We are following that in our work culture, and we are working day and night on the principles of Mahatma Gandhi.
No, but so much inspiration that his name is not acceptable to you.
Name is just think that dream of Mahatma Gandhi is going to be fulfilled with the Bhagwan Ram. That's why it's the same way. It's not a change. It's a true inspiration. We are going to follow that.
So then I asked that question which you have not answered, madam. So you have not answered the question. So if Mahatma Gandhi's dream and will be fulfilled through this new change and Bhagwan Ram, then why don't we replace Mahatma Gandhi from the currency notes, put Bhagwan Ram there? Is that what you can think about?
See, just you have to think about this is just a mere scheme. It's not altogether a broad scenario that we are making a change. We are just, as starting of my debate, I used to ask that we want to add a motto. Motto means a goal, to an inspiration so that everybody should have a goal of Viksit Bharat. First two words should be clearly notified that Viksit Bharat was the main theme.
I'm right at the conclusion of this. I just want to ask you one question, and then I will, in fact, go to, Ms. Mate. Just tell me one thing. The Prime Minister once stood in Lok Sabha and called Manrega a living example of the corruption of the Congress governments. He said that this is the Congress which, in fact, goes and has put people गड्ढा खोदने के लिए लोगों को स्कीम दिया है आज़ादी के 60 साल बाद, and they are going around talking about this as if it's a great achievement. If this scheme was something that the Prime Minister thought is a living example of corruption of the Congress government, why did you think to improve this scheme? You should have completely scrapped it. आज आपको मनरेगा क्यों प्यारा हो गया?
The thing is that first of all, who was the first government who gave the directly beneficiary to the account for the farmers? We were the first one. We are always thinking with the farmers and the poor people or rural background, or the people of India who's 60% living in the rural background. That the Manrega scheme, our motive was not to scrap the scheme, not to completely abolish that scheme, but to have the online things, online audits, weekly and daily review. That's why these changes are there, because we should stop the loopholes, as Rajiv Gandhi said, that in the 1 rupees only 25 paisa rules should reach to the...
Okay, so basically you agree that it's a good scheme. It was a good scheme by the UPA government, but you are only trying to fix the loopholes in that. Can I then ask you? There is a saying as far as the parliamentary democracy is concerned. In a parliamentary democracy, the government will have its way and the opposition will have its, sound or what they want to say. The opposition will have its say. The government will have its way because they have the numbers. And in a parliamentary democracy, that is actually, in the end, that is where the meter stops. The opposition will have its say. Is the Congress party not able to reconcile with that fact? They have the numbers. They will pass the bill.
when Congress government, when UPA government was there, we used that opportunity to give right to the people for employment, right to employment through Manrega scheme.
They've not started.
No. So now what they are doing, now they are trying to kill the scheme.
How?
By their power. Because now 60-40.
You gave guarantee for 100 days, they are giving guarantee for 125 days.
They are saying they are giving for 125 days. See, look at how it's going to be implemented. Look at the roadblocks in between. Now it's going to be 60-40. When the governments, state governments do not, when they fight for their survival itself, how 60-40 will be practical for the state government to give? So at the end of the day, I wish to say that this is a clear case where the government in power is trying to take back what Congress government had given. When UPA was there, we gave right to employment. Now when UPA, when it is NDA government, they are trying to take away the right.
If the government incorporates what you are saying, then you have no problem with the name?
No, we have... See, there are multiple factors. One is the name factor. We definitely oppose. Why would we agree for something like this? We respect Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi lives in the hearts of every Indian. Now, it doesn't change with time. It's not Maruti 800 or Swift Desire to change. Mahatma Gandhi stays in our hearts forever. Okay. So now, that is one thing, Mahatma Gandhi's name. Second is definitely this new bill contains...
Will there be a bigger opposition in Rajya Sabha?
Across the nation. Across the nation. We will not just end with Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Across the nation, we have been protesting. We will continue to protest.
Ma'am, thank you so much for speaking to me at this moment, putting the point of the Congress party. Thank you, Dr. Tyagi, as well, for joining us on the broadcast. Ladies, the question also that should be asked, that whether it's just a renaming of the old schemes to try and package them in a better way, because, states like Bihar, where will Bihar, the estimate is about 4,000 extra crore rupees Bihar will need to, in fact, pitch in when this scheme is implemented in Bihar because of the new contribution norms. And this is something that the BJP, when it was in power, in fact, the BJP chief ministers had opposed that, more burden on the chief minister when they were in opposition and the UPA had brought in and there was discussions whether the state should increase their share and all. But in Indian politics, it becomes everything changes with where you sit. On what side of the aisle you are sitting, that in fact decides what you are going to say and the stand that you are going to take. I want to now shift focus to the other big issue, and we were hoping today in the parliament we would be able to see a discussion, a fruitful one as far as pollution is concerned. As I said, and the reason why I'm wearing this mask is because even at this moment, we are close to 400 in the national capital. I've been saying continuously that the government decided, the Delhi government in its wisdom, that from today there are new rules. Petrol will not be given if you don't have a pollution certificate. There will be, if your car is not Bharat 6 compliant, that will mean if your car is not as new as 5-year-old, you would not, and it is registered in any place apart from Delhi, you will not be allowed to enter the national capital. Ladies and gentlemen, is this the government putting the onus on the citizens for a larger policy decision and a fight on a war footing that they should be initiating? I was on the ground, so were my colleague, to see how this is being implemented. Take a look. The Delhi government's curbs on the vehicles, private vehicles in the national capital now come into effect from today. This is to try and combat the rising pollution levels. So petrol pumps, as I said from yesterday, 2 important changes. One, of course, you have to submit a pollution under control certificate to get fuel. So petrol pumps have put no PUC, no fuel across, in fact, the NCR region. And what you will see also, before I in fact talk to some people, that there are vehicles, those who are going one after another to try and get their pollution under control certificate as well. Also remember, these curbs which I'm talking about are for both the private vehicles and the commercial ones. So, the government's, I've been saying it's a knee-jerk reaction. Once you put the onus on the people to try, if you are, in fact, cars like these, which are from outside Delhi, a UP16 is a Noida number. if they are not BS6 category, they will not be allowed to enter Delhi. So let me very quickly go across and just get a sense of, from the fuel pump owners, people, those who are coming here, about the issues that they are facing, or, how, what do they have to in fact say about this. आप लोग बिना पोल्यूशन सर्टिफिकेट देखे नहीं दे रहे हैं पेट्रोल अब?
नहीं सर, नहीं दे रहे हैं, और बोल रहा है ना, बाकायदा कैमरा लगा है ना, माइक लगा है, बोल रहा है वो,
माइक लगा और कैमरा लगा हुआ है, मतलब स्पीकर से आप लोग अनाउंसमेंट करवा रहे हैं?
हाँ, वो खुद ही हो रहा है, बोल रहा है,
खुद ही हो रहा है। कहाँ पर हो रहा है भाई? वो वहाँ पर जो स्पीकर है उससे अनाउंसमेंट हो रहा है। चलो वो भी तो लोग आराम से दिखा रहे हैं PUC सर्टिफिकेट अगर मांग रहे हो। कोई दिक्कत तो नहीं?
कोई दिक्कत नहीं है,
कोई लड़ाई झगड़ा नहीं?
कोई लड़ाई झगड़ा नहीं,
ऐसा कोई नहीं।
तो पोल्यूशन नहीं होगा तो पेट्रोल नहीं मिलेगा उन्हें। हम लोग प्यार से बोलते हैं कि आप, वो अनाउंस करता है हमारे, उसके बाद प्यार से बोलते हैं जी आप पॉल्यूशन करवा लो, उसके बाद तिल डाल देंगे, तो पॉल्यूशन करवाने के लिए भेज देते हैं।
अगर नहीं है किसी के पास
तो हम नहीं डालेंगे।
ऐसे कुछ लोग आए जिनके पास नहीं था सर्टिफिकेट?
अरे साहब के कहा तो आक्रामक लोग होते ही हैं, लेकिन हम प्यार से बोलते हैं, हम झगड़ा तगड़ा किसी से नहीं करते। हम यही कहते हैं कि भाई साहब, आप सरकार का नियम है, कानून है, आप पॉल्यूशन करा लो, उसके बाद हम तिल डालेंगे।
दिस इज द पोल्यूशन अंडर कंट्रोल kiosk. The person who checks your pollution, the certification is done from these kiosks. I very quickly want to go and ask a lot of people here in the queue. These are bikes only, but look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bikes standing here. भैया pollution certificate कराने के लिए आप भी आए हैं?
ये सर हमारा हो रखा है अभी 3 मंथ बाकी है, पहले ही आ गए कराने के लिए।
3 महीने का बचा हुआ है, पहले ही क्यों आ गए फिर?
सर एक बार और करा लेते हैं।
एक बार और करा लेते हैं
जी।
भाई साहब, आज तो दबा आ रही है गाड़ियाँ?
दबा आ रही है जी गाड़ियाँ। हाँ जी।
रोज कितनी आती हैं, कितनी ज्यादा आ रही हैं अभी?
ये मुझे लग रहा है 3% और बढ़ गई है कम से कम।
अच्छा,
30% गाड़ी।
30%? तो मतलब अगर रोज आपके पास जितनी गाड़ी आती थी उससे 30 गुना और फालतू गाड़ी आ रही है?
30 गुना नहीं, मतलब 100 आ रही थी तो 30 गाड़ियाँ और आ रही है।
130 और आ रही है ना
जी।
तो ये जो लोग आ रहे हैं ऐसे भी हैं जो वहाँ पे पेट्रोल नहीं मिल रहा, फिर आगे पहले पोल्यूशन
आ रहे हैं सर, जो एक्सपायरी है वहाँ पता लग जाती है तो यहाँ आ रहे हैं फिर उसके बाद।
जो एक्सपायरी है पता लग जाती है। चलिए, आपके तो मजे आ रहे हैं आज।
मजे आएंगे, ओनर के साथ आएंगे।
All right, so one more car has stopped here. He's also come for his pollution certification. ये आपका गाड़ी है? हाँ। पोल्यूशन?
हाँ, प्रदूषण
नहीं है। फिर एक्सपायर हो गया है? ना। फिर दूसरी गाड़ी कराने आए, दूसरी गाड़ी कराने आए। So ladies and gentlemen, this is the situation in the national capital. Whether this, see, one thing is very, very clear. 40% of pollution in the national capital in Delhi is homegrown, is because of the vehicles. Now, how much of an impact will this have on cutting down the pollution? We will have to wait and see. The government says that there has been at least the number of cars on a daily average have doubled, those who are getting their pollution certificates. So that is a good thing. But the fact remains, can the onus always be put only on the citizens, those who have been asking for a policy level change to combat pollution from the government? With my colleague Ashwani Ankityagi in Delhi, NDTV. So one aspect of this is, of course, petrol and fuel not being given to people, those who do not have the pollution under control certificate. Now, very interestingly, at this petrol pump, I also met a person whose car was registered to Noida. He said that he has another car which he bought in 2019. He has not been able to bring that car to Delhi because now the BS6 norms, because of GRAP 4, have been implemented in the national capital from today. What does that mean? It means that if your car is not BS6 compliant, you cannot enter Delhi if you're registered anywhere else apart from Delhi. So you basically need a car which is 5-year or younger to ply in the national capital. This has caused massive inconvenience as well, but there is stringent checking which was done today at the borders of Delhi, from Gurgaon, Noida, Ghaziabad and Faridabad, and the police in fact is challaning people for 20,000 rupees or forcing them to make a U-turn. This is in fact a chaos of a different order and nature which is being witnessed here. Take a look.
राजधानी दिल्ली में प्रदूषण को कम करने के लिए दिल्ली सरकार कई कदम उठा रही है और इसी महत्वपूर्ण कदम एक उठाया गया है कि जो BS6 की गाड़ियां जो दिल्ली से, जो बाहर के राज्यों से दिल्ली में प्रवेश करती हैं, उन सभी को रोका जाएगा और इसीलिए आज गाजीपुर बॉर्डर पर चेकिंग बढ़ा दी गई है। इस वक्त मैं गाजीपुर बॉर्डर पे हूँ और आपको मैं दिखाऊं विजुअल्स। ये पुलिस की जो टीम है, ट्रैफिक पुलिस तमाम जो एजेंसियां हैं वो लगी हुई हैं और ये चेक कर रही हैं कि जो गाड़ियां दिल्ली में आ रही हैं वो BS6 के ऊपर हो, और इसी वजह से सब गाड़ियों की जांच की जा रही है। और तमाम ट्रैफिक जो अधिकारी हैं, आप देख रहे हैं विजुअल्स में, वो एक एक गाड़ियों को रोक रहे हैं, चेक कर रहे हैं। और ये जो चेकिंग है वो सुबह से लगातार की जा रही है। इस वक्त मेरे साथ ट्रैफिक पुलिस के अधिकारी भी हैं, उनसे बात करने की कोशिश करते हैं। सर, ये कब से जांच की जा रही है और क्या आप देख रहे हैं इस गाड़ियों में?
ये 24 घंटे जांच होती है सर। एक टीम रात को करती है 8 से 8, एक टीम सुबह को 8 से 8।
क्या चेक रहे हैं आप इसमें गाड़ी?
क्या चेक करते थे? डीजल की कोई गाड़ी, बड़ा ट्रक कोई नहीं जाएगा, गुड्स कैरियर वाला कोई भी गाड़ी नहीं जाएगी, सिर्फ CNG गाड़ी एंट्री करेगी।
और BS6 के नीचे वाली गाड़ी?
BS6 नीचे वाली गाड़ी नहीं जाएगी। CNG पे जो BS4 होगी वो भी जाएगी।
जो चेकिंग है वो चल रही है अभी तक। हालांकि गाजीपुर बॉर्डर पे सुबह से हम देख रहे हैं कोई खास गाड़ियों को नहीं रोका गया है, क्योंकि जो अधिकतर जो गाड़ियां यहाँ पे यूपी की तरफ से आ रही हैं वो जो है गाड़ियां वो अधिकतर BS6 की हैं, और जो गाड़ियां डीजल की भी हैं वो भी BS6 की हैं। कुछ CNG की गाड़ियां हैं जो BS4 की यहाँ पर पाई गई है और उनको चेक करके उनको छोड़ दिया गया।
Several barricades here have been put up to slow down the traffic. We'll show you more visuals here. You see these barricades have been put up to slow down the vehicular movement, and there you can see officers are checking on ground if the non-BS6 commercial vehicles are being allowed or not. You know, the non-BS6 vehicles are not allowed inside Delhi, and also vehicles which do not have an updated valid pollution under control certificate, they are also being fined at this point in time. Remember, vehicular pollution continues to be the primary source of Delhi's air crisis. As you can see, the smog has engulfed Delhi NCR. The AQI in Noida continues to be in the very poor category, and that is why we can see the authorities are scrambling to control the vehicular pollution. The visibility has also reduced dramatically, especially in the international airport area in Delhi, but no flights have been cancelled so far, and as the day progresses, the visibility will also get removed. It will lift up and the sky will clear up, and the visibility will improve. With camera person Ranjit, this is Shreya Ghosh for NDTV.
दिल्ली गुरुग्राम बॉर्डर पर हम मौजूद हैं। दिल्ली में क्योंकि प्रदूषण जो है इस वक्त काफ़ी बुरी हालत में, आज भी 358 AQI औसतन है, और ग्रैब 4 लागू होने के चलते जो तमाम BS6 से नीचे वाली गाड़ियां हैं उनकी एंट्री अलाउ नहीं है। यहाँ तक कि PUC सर्टिफिकेट, पोल्यूशन अंडर कंट्रोल सर्टिफिकेट जिनके पास नहीं है उनको फ्यूल तक नहीं मिलेगा। फिलहाल यहाँ एक अलग समस्या भी लोगों की है, क्योंकि 14 दिसंबर को दिल्ली में जब ग्रैब 4 लागू हुआ था, सीवियर प्लस कैटेगरी में पोल्यूशन पहुँच गया था, तो जो कंस्ट्रक्शन से रिलेटेड सामान लेके आ रहे थे, दिल्ली में एंट्री कर रहे थे गाड़ियां, वो 14 तारीख से यहाँ टोल पर फंसी हुई है। यहाँ पर कुछ ड्राइवर्स जो कि राजस्थान से आ रहे थे, जिनका जो ट्रक के अंदर सामान जो है रेता या फिर सीमेंट या इस तरीके का सामान है जो कंस्ट्रक्शन से रिलेटेड है, क्योंकि पाबंदी है, दिल्ली में एंट्री उसकी बैन है, तो वो 14 दिसंबर से यहीं बॉर्डर पर फंसे हुए हैं। ये लोग राजस्थान से आ रहे थे। आप लोगों के ट्रक के अंदर क्या सामान है जो फिलहाल अभी रोका हुआ है ग्रैब 4 लागू के कारण?
सीमेंट की गाड़ी है जी, वो CNG BS6 गाड़ी है, नई गाड़ी है।
अच्छा, BS6 गाड़ी है, लेकिन
आज 5 दिन से फंसे पड़े हैं, ना तो यहाँ खाने का ठिकाना है, ना तो पानी मिल रहा है। एक टाइम खाते हैं दिन में और रात को भूखे सोते हैं।
तो यहाँ पर लोगों की एक अलग समस्या हमने ये भी पाई कि जो लोग राजस्थान से चले थे और क्योंकि 14 तारीख को अचानक से ग्रैब 4 लागू दिल्ली में हो गया, तो कंस्ट्रक्शन से रिलेटेड जो सामान उनके ट्रक में था, उनकी गाड़ियों में था, वो बॉर्डर पे रुका हुआ है और वो फंसे हुए हैं। उन्हें जाना आगे दिल्ली है। देखते हैं कि इस समस्या का निदान किस तरह से होगा। फिलहाल ये लोग फंसे हैं, परेशान हैं।
While all these measures are being put in place, and we'll have to wait and see how much do they help in bringing the pollution down, but the fact remains that the politics on this is going unabated. Today again, senior minister in the cabinet of Delhi, Parvesh Verma, hit out at the Aam Aadmi Party, saying that it's the pollution crisis is not a BJP government one-year-old crisis. The Aam Aadmi Party did not do much during their tenure. Arvind Kejriwal, the former chief minister of Delhi, hit back, and in fact he said that the BJP has effectively, despite having that 4-5 engine Sarkar, have effectively still turned Delhi into a gas chamber. Listen it.
आज पार्लियामेंट में प्रदूषण के ऊपर में भी चर्चा हो रही है। ये जो आप सामने देख रहे हैं, ये वो सारे काम हैं जो पॉल्यूशन से निजात दिलाने के लिए कोई भी सरकार को करने चाहिए। अगर आम आदमी पार्टी की सरकार ने, केजरीवाल जी ने 4 काम भी कर दिए होते तो हमको बाकी के काम करने पड़ते, 1 काम भी कर दिया होता तो हमको बाकी के काम करने पड़ते। मगर केजरीवाल जी ने, आम आदमी पार्टी की सरकार ने पिछले 11 सालों में इनमें से एक भी काम नहीं किया।
ये कहा जाता था कि पंजाब की पराली की वजह से दिल्ली का पोल्यूशन है, पंजाब की पराली की वजह। अभी इस वक्त, जैसे अभी परसों या कल मान साहब ने प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस की थी वीडियो के जरिए, इन्होंने सारा डेटा दिया कि किस तरह से अभी इस वक्त पूरे पंजाब के सभी शहरों का AQI 70 से 100 के बीच में है। तो अगर पंजाब में कोई धुआं नहीं है, पंजाब में इस टाइम कोई पराली नहीं जल रही, तो फिर इस वक्त जो भी पोल्यूशन है दिल्ली में, वो दिल्ली का अपना पोल्यूशन है। और दिल्ली को ये पोल्यूशन दूर करने के लिए दिल्ली को और केंद्र सरकार को उचित कदम उठाने चाहिए।
Meanwhile, another shameful, in fact, chapter has been added to this whole pollution crisis in fact, India, especially in northern India. The 4th T20 match between India and South Africa had to be cancelled. It was supposed to happen in Lucknow, and like I said, pollution is just not Delhi-centric problem. It's the entire northern belt, and that is why a larger plan, possibly initiated by the central government and multiple states government, would be needed. But what was the display yesterday was absolutely shameful, with the visiting team, in fact, coming and wanting to play a match, but it could not happen because of the pollution. Levels were high that led to the smog around the stadium, and the match had to be called off. This led to a situation where politics has erupted over it, apart from, of course, the disgrace that it has brought to the country. Now, Akhilesh Yadav said that this is a failure. Delhi's pollution has come to Lucknow. Meanwhile, Rajiv Shukla, the leader of the Congress party and, of course, important feature, vice president of the BCCI, has said that they are even thinking about in winter days not scheduling matches in North India. My colleague Aishwarya spoke to him.
ध्यान देना पड़ेगा कि एक महीना जो होता है 15 दिसंबर 15 जनवरी, वो बड़ा मुश्किल फॉग की वजह से हो रहा है। पूरे नॉर्थ इंडिया में ज़बरदस्त फॉग है। कल का मैच रद्द करना पड़ा, बड़ी दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण बात से दुख हुआ, लेकिन क्या करें, वहाँ पे जो कंडीशंस थी उसकी वजह से करना पड़ा। तो इसलिए जो है मुझे लगता है शेड्यूलिंग करते वक्त ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा डोमेस्टिक मैचेस का भी, इंटरनेशनल मैचेस का, कि नॉर्थ इंडिया के इस पीरियड में नॉर्थ इंडिया में मैच दिए जाएँ या न दिए जाएँ, कहाँ दिए जाएँ, कैसे दिए जाएँ, ध्यान रखना।
अखिलेश यादव ब्लेम कर रहे हैं, कह रहे हैं कि ये प्रदूषण दिल्ली से आया हुआ है और बीजेपी सिर्फ इवेंटबाजी में लगी हुई है, जो पार्क्स बनवाए हुए हैं उसमें।
नहीं, देखिए, हम इसमें कोई राजनीतिकरण तो नहीं करेंगे, लेकिन ये कि वहाँ पे प्रदूषण भी था और फॉग भी था। तो फॉग था जिससे कि जो हाइट पे बॉल जाती है ऊपर, वो जो है नीचे जो कैच लेने के लिए प्लेयर दौड़ते हैं, तो उसको थोड़ा देखने में मुश्किल है।
In fact, this situation led to a friendly, hilarious banter between Rajiv Shukla and Shashi Tharoor, who was also in the parliament when Aishwarya was speaking to him. Take a look.
ये फॉग तो नहीं है, हमें बॉल दिखाई देगा, हम अच्छे खेलेंगे और क्रिकेट फैंस को अभी ऐसा ये नाराज होने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी। यही बोला।
BCCI Vice President Rajiv Shukla is saying that entire North India is affected in these
Correct. So why schedule matches in North India this time? Schedule them in South India. राजीव जी खड़ा है वहाँ, मैं उससे कहूँगा साउथ इंडिया में आके खेलो इस वक्त। ये जनवरी में नॉर्थ इंडिया में मैच शेड्यूल करने के अलावा आइए केरला।
नहीं, वो केरल की बात नहीं है, लेकिन ये शेड्यूलिंग में ध्यान देना पड़ेगा कि 15 दिसंबर से 15 जनवरी तक बिल्कुल जो है मैच, वो अगर नॉर्थ इंडिया वेस्ट इंडिया तक तो आगे ध्यान में रखेंगे। केरल को तो मिलते तो रोटेशन पॉलिसी है, तो
लेकिन आप इस पीरियड में दिसंबर 15 से जनवरी 15 तक
मैच थोड़ा केरल में शिफ्ट कर दिए जाएंगे।
यही अच्छा होगा ना हमारे लिए।
All right, I'm slipping into a short break at this moment, ladies and gentlemen. Coming back with much more on the other side. Stay tuned.
A dream debut. A smashing blockbuster. His first appearance on a public stage. Catch Aryan Khan only at the NDTV Indian of the Year 2025.
Across the country.
He has tracked the pulse of power from Washington to Korea. Witnessed history being made in global capitals and conflict zones. Brought clarity to complex issues of national security and international affairs. Aditya Raj Kaul, covering international affairs like no one else. Only on NDTV network.
Like your music is the background score to their life. What do these people watching you mean to you?
For me, it's the reward of all the hard work. And it's flattering to see somebody buying a ticket, hard-earned money. They buy it, they dress up, they bring the family, they go into the car, come and park. I kind of become the reason for them to get united. It's like a shrine of love. Right? Everybody under one roof. I'm bringing the same spirit to Delhi. So book your tickets from District app. See you, Delhi.
You applauded the performance. Now meet the actor who defined it. Vicky Kaushal at the NDTV Indian of the Year 2025.
What seems settled for me is unfinished business. So I rewind, I pause, I reflect, I dig until what's buried stands up to be counted. Breaking ground, not just headlines, the meaning behind them. This is Breaking Ground with me, Vedika Sood.
You watched history unfold. Now meet the Indian who crossed Earth's limits. Subhanshu Shukla at NDTV Indian of the Year 2025.
Very warm welcome to Walk the Talk. I'm joined by one of the world's top foreign affairs gurus, Fareed Zakaria. Welcome.
It takes decades to build trust, and it takes moments to break trust.
The United States recently came out with a new security strategy doctrine.
In this moment of extraordinary power and dominance, Trump's vision of America in the world is to retreat, to shrink, to shed its influence, make America a regional power again. For 80 years, it's been a global power. We want to be a regional power.
What does Sufism mean to you?
Sufism is about love. Higher ideals are more fascinating than normal love song or anything. Talk about Khwaja Mere Khwaja, Kun Faya Kun. It's all about higher ideals. I'm bringing the same spirit to Delhi. So book your tickets from District app. See you, Delhi.
She's stepped into the unknown and delivered a performance India is talking about. Meet the audacious Janhvi Kapoor at NDTV Indian of the Year 2025.
I don't sugarcoat. I shoot straight and tell you stories the way they need to be told. Unfiltered, unafraid, unmissable. That's how I roll. Watch me, Priyanka on NDTV World. Namaste.
A transformation you witnessed. Now, meet the force behind it. Jai Shah at the NDTV Indian of the Year 2025.
Other opposition parties.
They argue, I conclude. They deflect, I drill down. This isn't a free-for-all. It's a reckoning. No filler, no fog. Only the facts and where they lead. Every night at 9, the case closes because the buck stops.
Welcome back. A shocking story coming in from Ghaziabad in the NCR region, where a landlady was killed by her tenants for asking overdue rent. In fact, this shocker has been reported from Ghaziabad, where this lady was hit on the head with a pressure cooker and was later strangled by a dupatta. The tenants then stuffed her body in a suitcase and they hid it under the bed, waiting for it, for the moment, for an opportunity to dispose it. Now, Deepshika rented out her flat to couple Ajay Gupta and Akriti Gupta. The couple had not paid the rent for the last 4 months. When she went to the flat to collect the rent, they, in fact, killed her. When she did not return to her own residence, her help, in fact, raised an alarm after she went missing. Both the accused have now been arrested by the police and an FIR has been registered.
ये जो घटना हुई है इंसानियत को शर्मसार कर देने वाली घटना है और बहुत ही दुखद है। सुन के मुझे भी बहुत तकलीफ हुई, लेकिन इस मामले में गिरफ्तारी हो चुकी है दंपति की और इस पे कठोर कार्यवाही की जाएगी।
दिनांक 17/12/2025 थाना नंदग्राम पर पीआरवी द्वारा सूचना प्राप्त हुई कि औरा के मेरा सोसाइटी में एक हत्या हो गई है। मौके पर थाना नंदग्राम की पुलिस पहुंची और पूछताछ जानकारी से प्राप्त हुआ कि दीपशिखा शर्मा पत्नी उमेश शर्मा निवासी M105 औरा के मेरा सोसाइटी अपने दूसरा फ्लैट जो उन्होंने किराए पर दे रखा था F506 में किराया लेने गई थी और जब देर रात्रि तक वह नहीं लौटी तो उनकी जो मेड है उन्हें शक हुआ कि ये कहाँ है और जब वहाँ उस घर की तलाशी ली गई तो एक रेड सूटकेस के अंदर उनकी बॉडी मिली है और इसके बाद पुलिस द्वारा शव को बरामद किया गया है और अब सुसंगत धाराओं में अभियोग पंजीकृत किया गया है। परिवारजनों से तहरीर प्राप्त करके दोनों आरोपियों ने अपना गुनाह कबूल किया है और वो पुलिस हिरासत में है। अन्य आवश्यक वैधानिक कार्रवाई की जा रही है।
Short break, much more on the other side. Stay tuned.
A sensational debut, new heartthrob of a new India. Ahan Pandey at NDTV Indian of the Year 2025. The front lines of Kargil, the fury of Operation Sindhu. So many attacks. The chaos and cries of disaster zones to fighter jet cockpits. And the world's most defining interviews.
It's incredible.
He has seen history break. Live, unfiltered. 20,000 hours of live broadcasting.
Welcome to Left, Right and Centre.
Hard facts.
War-struck country.
Hard questions.
In the Ukraine.
30 years of trust.
In the Kargil area. North Ukraine. In France, in Italy. At Srinagar. Vishnu Shom for NDTV.
Vishnu Shom. Only on NDTV.
I just feel very privileged in the film industry, an industry that I'm extremely proud of.
I'm honored to receive this prestigious award.
I feel overwhelmed that the NDTV has chosen me for this very special award.
Thank you so very much. This means a lot to me.
It's a great honor and a great privilege.
Really blessed to get this and I'm really happy.
This is one of the few moments I'm going to be humble, so please record this properly, guys.
आज का दिन सबसे पहले जो फुट सोल्डर्स जो प्रिजाइडिंग ऑफिसर्स जो टीम है उनको सेलिब्रेट करने का है।
And the NDTV Indian of the Year Award 2025 goes to
NDTV Indian of the Year 2025, 19 December, New Delhi. Ideas, inspiration, impact.
21 days in Kashmir. People have bombarded me, friends, with requests for an unfiltered list of things I saw and observed on the ground. Very special ground report from the line of control. There were some children who've lost limbs in the shelling. They are now India's smallest
but possibly the most powerful crime family. Cough syrup has killed at least 25 children. Gaikwad साहब ऐसे मत कीजिए. Suddenly people are wondering about the weaponization of India-Pakistan cricket. We live and breathe elections. You will not believe your eyes or ears when I show you what I'm about to do. And for a country that has fought so many wars in the mountains and at high altitude, we're standing on the Indian Navy's newest warship.
The line of control, Shivarur, NDTV.
What does, say, 11 years of Modi compare with in a global context?
He's going strong. Part of it is a weak opposition. Part of it is he's very disciplined. This is his life. It's why I've said that Modi is probably the most consequential prime minister since Nehru. And he's reshaped politics. He's reshaped the nature of the kind of master narrative of Indian history.
They rule the world. One of
Welcome back. Another political storm in the United States of America, true Donald Trump style. The President of United States, Donald Trump, has unveiled his Walk of Fame. And of course, the Walk of Fame of the presidents, he is the superstar. Well, his Democratic foes or the previous Democratic presidents are not at all. He has, and his aides have said in a very dangerous fashion that some of these Walk of Fame titles have been written by Donald Trump himself. He calls the former President Joe Biden as Sleepy Joe and blames President Obama for the Middle East crisis. Now take a look at a complete lowdown on this, well, going low politics of United States.
Sleepy Joe, divisive Obama, Hillary Clinton lost to Trump. These are not Trump's Truth Social posts, but brass plaques at the newly unveiled Presidential Walk of Fame. Imagine walking through the White House and being greeted by history as told by US President Donald Trump. The language is bold, the tone unmistakable, and the capitalization liberal. Past presidents are here, but not without being mocked. Joe Biden is branded Sleepy Joe and labeled the worst president in American history. Barack Obama is divisive and the ISIS caliphate behind the chaos in the Middle East. Meanwhile, Bill Clinton's plaque doesn't even talk about him, but instead highlights Hillary Clinton's 2016 presidential loss to Trump. And Ronald Reagan, he's portrayed as an admirer of a young Donald Trump, a detail that neatly sets the stage for what comes next. Because Trump isn't just included, he's the headline act. His plaque celebrates his 2024 election victory, claiming he overcame what it calls the unprecedented weaponization of law enforcement and 2 assassination attempts. It even goes so far to declare that he's already delivered on his promise to usher in a golden age of America. Supporters called it bold and honest. Critics say it's self-promotion dressed up as presidential history. Either way, this is the Walk of Fame, Trump style. Bureau Report, NDTV. What does Sufism mean to you?
Sufism is about love. Higher ideals are more fascinating than normal love song or anything. Talk about Khwaja Mere Khwaja, Kun Faya Kun. It's all about higher ideals. I'm bringing the same spirit to Delhi. So book your tickets from District app. See you, Delhi.
A dream debut. A smashing blockbuster. His first appearance on a public stage. Catch Aryan Khan only at the NDTV Indian of the Year 2025.
Across the country.
He has tracked the pulse of power from Washington to Korea. Witnessed history being made in global capitals and conflict zones. Brought clarity to complex issues of national security and international affairs. Aditya Raj Kaul, covering international affairs like no one else, only on NDTV network.
Like your music is the background score to their life. What do these people watching you mean to you?
For me, it's the reward of all the hard work. And it's flattering to see somebody buying a ticket, hard-earned money. They buy it, they dress up, they bring the family, they go into the car, come and park. I kind of become the reason for them to get united. It's like a shrine of love. Right? Everybody under one roof. I'm bringing the same spirit to Delhi. So book your tickets from District app. See you, Delhi.
You applauded the performance. Now meet the actor who defined it. Vicky Kaushal at the NDTV Indian of the Year 2025.
What seems settled for me is unfinished business. So I rewind. I pause. I reflect. I dig until what's buried stands up to be counted. Breaking ground, not just headlines, the meaning behind them. This is Breaking Ground with me, Vedika Sood.
You watched history unfold. Now meet the Indian who crossed Earth's limits. Subhanshu Shukla at NDTV Indian of the Year 2025.
Very warm welcome to Walk the Talk. I'm joined by one of the world's top foreign affairs gurus, Fareed Zakaria. Welcome.
It takes decades to build trust, and it takes moments to break trust.
The United States recently came out with a new security strategy doctrine.
In this moment of extraordinary power and dominance, Trump's vision of America in the world is to retreat, to shrink, to shed its influence, make America a regional power again. For 80 years, it's been a global power. We want to be a regional power.
What does Sufism mean to you?
Sufism is about love. Higher ideals are more fascinating than normal love song or anything. Talk about Khwaja Mere Khwaja, Kun Faya Kun. It's all about higher ideals. I'm bringing the same spirit to Delhi. So book your tickets from District app. See you, Delhi.
She's stepped into the unknown and delivered a performance India is talking about. Meet the audacious Janhvi Kapoor at NDTV Indian of the Year 2025.
I don't sugarcoat. I shoot straight and tell you stories the way they need to be told. Unfiltered, unafraid, unmissable. That's how I roll.
Hello and welcome to the Southern View. Lots lined up over the next 60 minutes, including our special focus on the return of Vijay to Tamil Nadu's political stage. What's changed from Karur to Erode? Special focus up ahead. Namaskaram, Namaskara, Baunara, Nalla Arkingla as always. Let's take you through the headlines this evening. Dramatic scenes in Parliament as the BBG Bill, which will replace the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act or MNREGA, is passed in the Lok Sabha amidst a massive protest by the opposition MPs. Karnataka Assembly passes the hate speech bill amidst opposition by BJP MLAs who tear up the bill and throw it in the House. As Delhi reels under severe pollution, the debate in Parliament on public health crisis is postponed even as the Delhi government bans the entry of old cars into the national capital. No petrol without a pollution certificate. Well, first up this evening, actor, politician and TVK chief Vijay returned to the Tamil Nadu political arena for the first time since the tragic stampede in Karur on the 27th of September that led to the loss of 41 lives at his rally. The Vijay fan frenzy remained as intense as it has been as the TVK chief took stage in Erode, just 70-odd kilometers from the site of that tragic stampede in Karur. Vijay's antagonism to the ruling DMK only seems to have gotten more intense as he portrayed this battle against the DMK as a good versus evil battle. In comparison, his ideological attacks on the BJP was muted and references to the AIDMK were virtually missing. High rhetoric and emotion as always, but no major political announcements. Listen in to Vijay and the reactions to his speech.
டிவிக்கே ஒரு தூய சக்தி. எப்படி? டிவிக்கே ஒரு தூய சக்தி. தூய சக்தி டிவிக்கேவுக்கும் தீய சக்தி டிஎம்கேவுக்கும் தான் போட்டியே. என்ன ட்ரை பண்ணாலும் எல்லாத்தையும் விட்டுட்டு மக்களுக்காக வந்திருக்கிற இந்த விஜய மக்கள் ஒரு நாளும் கைவிட மாட்டாங்க. மக்கள் கூடவே நிக்கிறாங்க, கூடவே நிப்பாங்கன்னு அவங்களுக்கு தெரியாம போச்சு. என்னப்பா நிப்பீங்கல்ல? உங்களை நம்பிதாப்பா வந்திருக்கிறேன். அதான் இந்த சத்தம் தாங்க வாழ்நாள் பூரா இந்தியாவுக்கே இடஒதுக்கீடு சம்பந்தமான அரசியல் சட்டத்தை திருத்தறதுக்காக போராட்டம் நடத்தினவர் யாரு? நம்ம தந்தை பெரியாரு. 100 வருஷத்துக்கு முன்னாடியே வகுப்பு வாரி பிரதிநிதித்துவம் வேணும்னு கேட்டவர். அன்னைக்கும் சரி இன்னைக்கும் சரி ஒரு ஆச்சரியத்தோட பார்க்கக்கூடிய ஒரு மனிதர், நம்மளுடைய கொள்கை தலைவர். அப்ப அண்ணாவும் எம்ஜிஆரும் யாரு? பெரியார் அவர்கள் கிட்ட இருந்து எங்களுக்கு தேவையான கொள்கைகளை எடுத்துக்கிட்டோம். அவரை ஃபாலோ பண்ற, அவரை வழிகாட்டி ஏத்துக்கிட்ட அண்ணா அவர்கள் கிட்ட இருந்தோம், எம்ஜிஆர் அவர்கள் கிட்ட இருந்தோம் தேர்தல் அணுகுமுறையை எடுத்துக்கிட்டோம். அண்ணாவும் எம்ஜிஆரும் தமிழ்நாட்டோட சொத்து. அவங்கள பயன்படுத்துறத பத்தி யாரும் இங்க கம்ப்ளைண்ட்லாம் பண்ண முடியாது. அண்ணா எங்களோடது, எம்ஜிஆர் எங்களோடது, நீங்களா எடுத்துக்க கூடாது அப்படிலாம் யாரும் இங்க அழுதுட்டு இருக்க முடியாது, சொல்லிவிட்டேன். அதனால நாங்க ஒரு வழியில அரசியல் செஞ்சுக்கிட்டு போயிட்டு இருக்கிறோம். உங்களுக்கு தான் டிவிக்கு ஒரு பொருட்டே இல்லல, அப்புறம் ஏன் கதறீங்க?
விஜய் வந்து கவர்மெண்ட் நடத்துறீங்களா இல்ல கண்காட்சி நடத்துறீங்களா? சார் அதை பத்தி என்னைக்கு நீங்க தான் கேள்வி கேட்டுறீங்களா? இல்ல சார், அவர் பேசுறதுக்கு வாய்ப்பு கொடுங்க, ஒரு வாட்டி பேச விடுங்க.
Who is the genuine force? A person, a leader who claims to be a person claiming to be a leader had said his cadre that he will address the gathering at 12 o'clock and made the people wait in the scorching sun without water and food and came at 7:30. By the time 41 people have died. He is a killer force. He is not a genuine force. But we perform. The state government is performing. Our leader, M.K. Stalin, is a performing chief minister where every state in the country follows him, looks at him, and his announcements they are also fulfilling.
Vijay's rally today gives an impression that Vijay and his party are desperate to impersonate AIADMK, its founder leaders, If such being the case, a newly founded party which cannot promote its ideology, nor it is able to give any key takeaways, like how he is going to face the upcoming elections. So it is evident that Vijay's party is struggling to strike a chord with the general public, talking about its ideology, talking about its promises or its dream or vision.
Well, if you're wondering where Vasudha Venugopal is, well, she was there at E-Road and has this special segment from the ground for us.
Well, Vijay has made several important points in his E-Road rally today. With me is Vijay, NDTV's Vijay, and Vijay and I have been covering this rally since morning. Vijay, according to me, 3 important takeaways. One, basically, this is probably the second time he's not really taken the name of BJP so much because probably, this is after the Karur stampede. The second is, I think he has also given a sense of open invitation to disgruntled AIDMK leaders, saying that I'm giving Sengotian a lot of importance and you watch out. He has also basically talked about how he will only consider those on field as opponents. So this is basically telling the AIDMK that he doesn't consider them an opponent as well. And I think the third important point is also that he has started reacting to DMK's attacks, which is why he's saying that there's a smear campaign against me. I think this is in response to the DMK social media campaign that why is he silent? What did you think Vijay's big takeaways from the speech were?
As you mentioned that he didn't make much comment about the BJP, but he reiterated that BJP is the TVK's ideological enemy. So with this we can understand that TVK is going to oppose BJP very hard ahead of 2026 election also. He didn't mention much about AIDMK, which is very important actually because, what happened after Karur tragedy, AIDMK General Secretary himself indirectly called TVK into the alliance. We saw a TVK flag in AIDMK General Secretary EPS campaign. But after that, after Sengotian joined TVK leaving from AIDMK, the picture got shifted and even AIDMK started to criticize TVK, which is also important. As of now, as of alliance is concerned, there is no possibility what we able to between AIDMK and TVK. TVK is going to alone only because recently there was a general council meeting and a district secretary meeting in which they passed a resolution projecting Vijay as a chief ministerial candidate, right? So there is no possibility of accepting EPS as chief ministerial candidate. So definitely they are going to allow. But having alliance with other parties, they are looking to pull Anbumani's, PMK's Anbumani Ramadas. Very recently there was a development, PMK themselves called TVK into for the protest, but they didn't participate. TVK skips the protest for some reason. But we have to wait and see how the things change.
Let me tell you, the news in Delhi is that the NDA really wants an alliance and they are quite hopeful of this working out. The DMK clearly wants a triangular contest because it's going to benefit them. I also feel that today Vijay spoke a lot about Periyar and clearly he's very clearly emphasizing on the fact that he's not ready to leave that pantheon of Dravidian icons, right, from MGR to Periyar. But Annadurai, yes, because that whole 1967, 1977 is to 2026 going to be that. But the one thing that I remember is every Vijay rally, I would look for those fun things, Naan Unaital. What is that? Adu Nadandu Vittal, one song he will sing, he will call Stalin uncle. Those things have been missing this time. Did you feel that he's far more serious? Because look at the security arrangements here. The logistical planning is a lot this time. And Sengotian, he himself is a senior leader from E-Road, 9-term MLA from Gobichattapalayam. So clearly this is also a show of strength for him. It's a test for him. What are the other things that you felt Vijay could have said, but probably he's also restraining himself because he's just out of that Karur tragedy?
Yeah, basically Vijay still not avoided rhetoric speech. He make same cinematic dialogues. Even he mentioned that TVK is a pure force, but DMK is a evil force. So basically he wants to communicate to Gen Z voters and youth voters because when there was a SIR controversy, he made a statement, a video statement saying that Gen Z voters should be careful in terms of as far as SIR is concerned. So his target target is youth voters. So those are all the things. But he failed to made very impactful points, political issues in Tamil Nadu. When he spoke about Periyar, definitely he has to say something about Thirupparangundram issue also, right? Few days back, even Annamalai criticized the TVK, questioned why Vijay is silent over Thirupparangundram. So if he quote Periyar, he should stand with what DMK is doing, because DMK's ideological icon is also a Periyar.
Ideological clarity, you're right, is missing. Let's also talk to some audience members here. Vijay oda fans aninga.
ஆமாங்க.
எப்படி இருந்தது rally?
நல்லா இருந்துச்சுங்க.
என்ன பிடிச்சது விஜய்னா என்ன? What do you like about Vijay?
விஜய் சின்ன குழந்தையிலே பிடிக்கும்.
இவர் பேர் என்ன?
பிரகதீஷ்.
ஓகே. இவருக்கு எவ்வளவு வயசு?
4 வயசுங்க.
Okay. So little boy Pranesh has also come.
யார் பிடிக்கும் அவனுக்கு? பிரகதீஷ். சொல்லு. விஜய் மாமா பிடிக்குன்னு சொல்லு. விஜய் மாமா ரொம்ப பிடிக்கணும்.
அது எப்பவுமே சின்ன வயசுலேருந்து நாங்கள் பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கிறோம், பிடிக்கும். இப்போ என்னன்னா நேர்மையான அரசியலை பார்க்கறதுக்காக தான் எல்லாருமே அவங்க பின்னாடி வந்து நிற்கிறாங்க. எங்கே போனாலுமே வந்து இப்போ யாருமே இது லஞ்சம் வாங்காமல் யாருமே வந்து எதுவுமே பண்ண முடியல கவர்மெண்ட்டில். இப்போ இவங்க விஜய் வந்தால் நேர்மையான அரசியல் எல்லாம் வந்து எங்கள் பின்னாடி வர தலைமுறைக்கு வந்து அவங்க ரொம்ப பாதுகாப்பாக.
எல்லா மாநாட்டுக்கும் போயிருக்குங்க.
எல்லா மாநாட்டுக்கும்
போயிருக்குங்க. எங்களுக்கு உடல் உயிர் எல்லாமே விஜய் தாங்க.
ஏன் அப்படி?
அவர் என்ன நல்ல ஆட்சி வந்திருக்கு, நல்ல ஆட்சி. அவர் எல்லாரும் நல்லா செய்ய வந்திருக்காரு.
இன்னைக்கு அவரோட ஸ்பீச் கேட்டிங்களா? எப்படி இருந்தது?
சூப்பருங்க.
என்ன பிடிச்சது?
எல்லாமே பிடிச்சிருக்கு. அவர் சொன்ன வகையில் எல்லாமே பிடிச்சிருக்கு.
This is not just about Vijay's acting but also his arsial, not just about his acting but his politics also. A lot of them may or may not be serious voters, but the crowd in large quantities seems very organic to me. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, but whether this crowd will turn into voters, we have to wait and see, because when I spoke with a few people, they are saying they are here to see the Vijay, because they are just seeing the Vijay only on cinema. So he is on Erode district, their district, so they are here to see the Vijay. But whether they will vote for Vijay, we have to wait and see how TVK is working on ground to turn these crowd into voters.
Youngsters, நீங்களா வந்து youngsters தான் vote பண்ணிருக்கீங்களா? Have you voted? So விஜயோட ஆக்டிங் பிடிக்குமா இல்லாட்டா அவரோட சீரியஸ் பொலிட்டிக்கல் பிளேயர் மாதிரி பார்க்குறீங்களா? Do you see him as a serious political player?
Serious political.
Yeah, why?
ஃபஸ்ட்டு ஆக்டிங்காக தான் லைக் பண்ணிகிட்டு இருந்தோம். இப்போ வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அவரோட ஸ்பீச்சு, அவரோட இம்ப்ரூவ்மெண்ட் எல்லாமே வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நம்ம எதிர்பார்க்காத அளவுக்கு இருக்குது. நாங்கள் தளபதியை சினிமாவாக பார்த்துட்டோம், ஆக்டராக பார்த்துட்டோம், ஹீரோவாக பார்த்துட்டோம். ஆனால் இப்போ பார்க்குற தளபதியை ஒரு பொலிட்டிஷியனாக பார்க்குறோம். நாங்கள் பொலிட்டிஷியன் ஹீரோவாக நாங்கள் பார்க்குறோம்.
Okay, we have seen him as a hero and a talapati. Now we want to see him as the chief minister. அவரோட favorite dialogue என்ன? அதாவது do you remember any dialogue?
Dialogue அப்படின்னு.
Do you see him as a serious political player?
Serious political.
Yeah, why?
ஃபஸ்ட்டு ஆக்டிங்காக தான் லைக் பண்ணிகிட்டு இருந்தோம். இப்போ வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அவரோட ஸ்பீச்சு, அவரோட இம்ப்ரூவ்மெண்ட் எல்லாமே வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நம்ம எதிர்பார்க்காத அளவுக்கு இருக்குது. நாங்கள் தளபதியை சினிமாவாக பார்த்துட்டோம், ஆக்டராக பார்த்துட்டோம், ஹீரோவாக பார்த்துட்டோம். ஆனால் இப்போ பார்க்குற தளபதியை ஒரு பொலிட்டிஷியனாக பார்க்குறோம். நாங்கள் பொலிட்டிஷியன் ஹீரோவாக நாங்கள் பார்க்குறோம்.
So Vijay Rasikas, will they be Vijay fans is an important question. We'll have to wait for that. But remember, this is the first, serious public appearance of Vijay after the Karur tragedy. Karur is just about 70 kilometers from here.
Belsamippuram itself is very nearby here.
Yeah. And this is all part of the Western Belt, very famous for MSME, Tirupur garments, and this is very famous for being the Kongu Nadu and seen as the prosperous part of Tamil Nadu, seen as the AIDMK stronghold, something that the DMK rested in 2024 Lok Sabha elections. So today's Erode outreach by Vijay and a test for Sengotian was also a message not just to the AIDMK but also to the DMK, and he has specifically said that this is a fight between the DMK and the TVK.
எங்களுக்கு விஜய் அண்ணா வந்து உசுரு எங்க சாமி அவரு.
She's saying that he's God for her and his life.
அண்ணன் தான் எங்களுக்கு எல்லாமே. எங்க அண்ணன் எங்க உசுரு, எங்க சாமி, எங்க குலதெய்வம் எங்க அண்ணன். எங்க அண்ணன் விஜய் ரியல் இல்ல. பேசுறதுக்கு வார்த்தையே இல்ல. எங்களுக்கு அழுக தான் வருது. எங்க அண்ணன் எங்களுக்கு அவ்வளவு பிடிக்கும். எங்க சாமி, குலசாமி, எங்க அண்ணன், எங்க உசுரு, வேற எதுவுமே நான் சொல்ல.
விஜய் அண்ணனை பார்த்தாலே எபிசோட் தான் நம்மளுக்கு. அண்ணனை பார்த்தாலே போதும் நம்மளுக்கு.
எல்லாரும் என்ன சொல்றாங்கன்னா எல்லாரும் ரசிக்க ஃபேன்ஸ், ஆனா இங்க ஓட் பண்ண மாட்டாங்க.